everyone, this is Yuri Godard and this is your Advent devotional, and I want to read with you from Luke chapter 2 from verses 36 to 38 that says, "And there was also a prophetess, Anna, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Asher. She was very old, having lived with her husband 7 years from her maidenhood, and as a widow even for 84 years. She did not go out from the temple enclosure, but was worshipping night and day with fasting and prayer. As she too came up at the same hour, and she returned thanks to God and talked of Jesus to all who were looking for the redemption, deliverance of Jerusalem." So here what is happening is that Joseph and Mary had brought Jesus to be presented at the temple, and she saw Jesus. Anna was a prophetess. That was something extremely rare in Israel's history. There are about 9 prophetesses in the Bible, and they are Miriam, Moses' sister, Deborah, Huldah, the wife of Isaiah. Then we have Anna, and then in the New Testament, the 4 daughters of Philip. 4 of the prophetesses were virgins, and 4 of them were married. The only one who carried her ministry without the covering of a father or a husband was Anna. Anna was married and lived with her husband for 7 years, and after the passing of her husband, she would not go out from the temple enclosure, worshiping God day and night with fasting and prayer. She had already been doing that for 84 years when she finally saw the salvation of Israel, Jesus Christ, as a little baby. Worshiping God day and night with prayer and fasting, as well as not stopping to come to the temple, demonstrates how profoundly she loved God and how committed she was to serve Him. Her devotion to God was greater than the weariness of her old age, more powerful than the need for comfort and rest, and more energetic than the enthusiasm of most youngsters. Anna's dedication to fasting and prayer is also something worth mentioning, once it shows her commitment to seeking God's guidance and her desire to connect with Him. Her life wasn't about herself, but about her extraordinary desire to see God's kingdom established on earth. To that purpose, she had devoted her life, and nothing, not even her tiredness or old age, could stop her from pursuing God's kingdom and His will. As she grew older, her dedication to fasting and prayer only became stronger. She fasted regularly, imagine that, and spent more and more time in prayer. She was there. David Jeremiah wrote this: "A man of God in the will of God is immortal until his work is done." It's like as if he was saying, the internal clock of a man, or in this case a woman of God, will not stop ticking until the Lord fulfills in and through them the purpose He set before them. And to be very honest, I have witnessed it in my own life. When I stop being fully active and involved in God's kingdom, I begin to struggle with everything in my life. I become pessimistic about life. I get estranged from people, and my faith begins to dwindle. Not long ago, I was reminded of the words of Jesus when He spoke in John 7:38 that says, "He who believes in me, who adheres, who trusts in and relies on me, as the scripture has said, from his innermost being will flow continually rivers of living water. Here, Jesus promises that from our hearts, from our innermost, will flow rivers of living water continually. And for a river to flow, we all know that it has to flow into something. Otherwise, the water that is not in movement will start to smell bad and will serve for nothing. I believe that Anna's life is a great demonstration of this truth. She never stopped giving. She never stopped serving. She never bothered about her own needs, but strived towards seeing God's kingdom established on earth. That's why she was still serving strongly. Her innermost was flowing with rivers of living waters because she never stopped giving. She still had a king to prophesy about. King Jesus, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. And as with all God's promises, He never disappoints us. I can't point out exactly how effective Anna's ministry was towards people, but she was known for her faithfulness and outrageous devotion. Anna is a timeless inspiration of a God-driven person that saw all of His promises coming to fulfillment in her life. Her devotion and faithfulness still inspired those who want to see God's salvation flooding earth through His Son, Jesus Christ. And my prayer, I pray that God will give us the vision to put His kingdom first, so that His rivers of living water can flow from our souls and revive a dying world. May God give us the ability to comprehend His will for our lives, the courage to work for the advancement of His kingdom, and the patience to wait expectantly for the fulfillment of His promises. Blessings.